reason?
Got it.
I
I don't know why we had 40 gigs of storage on the bank.
We have enough space now?
Yes, we have 75 gigs. That's plenty.
First period underway in a battle of two top perennial playoff contenders. Sachem and the St. Anthony's Friars almost wheeling and dealing their way to the first goal of the contest. This one's thrown on net, save made off the pad of Gialetti as the Friars attempt to strike back in the zone, but now it's Sachem who has an opportunity to get an offensive opportunity right off the bat. Sachem playing this one off the wall. Friars able to cancel that exit opportunity out. This time Sachem does flip it safely out of harm's way. It won't be touched up for icing, and the race is on between Sachem and the Friars into the end boards. Sachem trying to work it back in front. This one gets played at the top, and it's stolen away by the Friars. Then they come 2-on-1 chance, possibly save made by Gialetti, and he stops play. Thank you for tuning in to this, what should be a riveting battle from beginning to end between Sachem and the Friars of St. Anthony's. Michael Andrew here bringing you the action alongside Vinny Matula working the camera. If there's one thing about these two teams, as I mentioned before, they are going to be bringing their very best to this matchup tonight. Two playoff contenders, one of them being at the top of the standings in Sachem. Trying to pick up a big victory that would keep them in the same position right alongside Smithtown Hauppauge for that lucrative top spot in the playoff standings. This one gets fired around the wall and it'll be nudged in deeper. There's Sachem will recollect. We get a stoppage of play. Have our first penalty of the night with St. Anthony's committing the infraction. And this will bring Sachem to the power play. Right off the dot, they control it at the top, and now it's worked down low. Gronkowski got it back to the point. Here's a shot. That one got blocked off a leg in front. James Schendorf in the box for cross-checking as the Friars attempt to defend the zone. This one couldn't be exited out by St. Anthony's. Let it cross. O'Shea couldn't get that one on net, but it remains in the zone courtesy of the keep by Gregory Monty. Played in front, nearly got deflected home, but it redirected wide. Another chance from the top. This one is sent over. Going to be handled cleanly right there by O'Shea. And O'Shea treks behind the goal into a new location. as Sachem keeps it inside the zone. Another chance thwarted off by the Friars, and they knife this one back towards Sachem's territory, killing off 1 minute of power play time against the team in dark black. Thomas Konkowski racing in with speed, trying to dangle his way through the defense, and he got muscled to the ice. St. Anthony's letting Thomas Konkowski know that it's not going to be an easy ride for him tonight, as the Friars so they are not to be tested with, courtesy of that defensive play covering up number 55. In nets for St. Anthony's, TJ Olmschneider. On the opposite end, as I mentioned before, Alessandro Gialetti for Sachem. Here comes Sachem again with the keep, and the shot on net stopped that time by Olmschneider. Another chance back in front. This one just missed the stick of Michael Morrow, who came in a hurry, waiting to touch it home in the slot. 20 seconds remaining now on the man advantage for Sachem. Having trouble executing so far on this first 5-on-4 power play opportunity. And this should do it. St. Anthony's with a successful penalty kill as we skate 5-a-side once again. Walsh tosses this one in deep, as this one gets sent around the wall. Schendorf back on the ice after he committed the first penalty of the night. And trying to make his way in the zone is Jack Dubner. Dubner with a chance off the body of Gialetti, and he stops play. Here's another look at this power-packed, loaded, heavy-weight, heavy-built Sachem deep. Another look at St. Anthony's heavily built defense, denying Thomas Konkowski from entering to the net. St. Anthony's getting a chance, but it misfires. Friars able to get a hold of it as this one gets wrapped around the wall. Sachem pushing out and back into familiar territory they go. This one is nudged in deeper by McGuire. Nicholas McGuire trying to stuff one home at the side of the goal, and it's held up by Olmschneider. TJ Olmschneider, alternate captain of the St. Anthony's Friars, in net tonight, trying to pick up a big victory for his squad as the final days of the JV season are coming to a close. Here comes St. Anthony's, trying to muscle their way back in the zone, which they do. Mancini with speed, got it across almost to his intended target, flipped back in front, and almost got jammed home right there in the slot. Friars just inches away from getting on the board first, and we'll take a look at the replay.
I don't know if he started a team. I said I'm only playing with our club. I'm serious. I'll message you. All right.
9.5 remaining here in the first. 5 minutes gone by. No score yet. Thomas Konkowski not on the ice right now for Sachem as St. Anthony's come close to scoring, and we have a mad scramble brewing in front of the net, and nothing else comes from it, with the officials stepping in between the two teams before anything erupts. Sachem vying for their 18th victory of the season in their 19th game played, which will put them tied alongside Smithtown Hauppauge for that first place spot. Roaring in with a chance and almost succeeding right there that time was Sachem's number 66, Calbera. That's Colin Calbera in this case. one of the leading points getters of this heavy-powered Sachem squad. Who enter this matchup, as I mentioned before, with a record of 17-1 through 18 games played, trying to get that 18th win here tonight. That would put them tied alongside Smithtown Hauppauge for one last shot at eclipsing the Bulls and taking over first place. For St. Anthony's Gold, it's wishful thinking for them, considering where they stand, where their record stands at. Currently 13-6 entering this matchup in their final game of the season. A win tonight would improve that record to 14-6, but even that win tonight against a team like Sachem is not going to catapult them to a better position. They'll remain in third place regardless of the results by the end of the night. Konkowski pipes this one to himself and finds room to almost get a shot off, and he lost control of the puck as this one gets taken back by the Friars. Mancini roaring in with speed, tries to drop it to his intended target, who finds a chance, but it couldn't connect that time. Konkowski trying to locate it, and he's met by a big shoulder from Mancini, but Mancini actually got the worst of that chance to knock off Konkowski from the puck. Out of the zone it goes, and the chase is on, trying to get there for Sachem, Richie Bovich. He's got help from Morrow. Bovich, curl and drag to the backhand. Denied by Olschneider. Rebound, loose in front. Oh, TJ Olschneider denies Sachem in a massive way. Our first big save of the night, courtesy of St. Anthony's Friars alternate captain TJ Olschneider, keeping this game scoreless at 0. Sachem continuing to remain in the zone as this one gets popped in front, and it's not covered up as the battle continues now behind the goal. Almost getting a hold of it again was Sachem, as St. Anthony's is able to push this one out of harm's way, and back in they come. Dubner firing, save made by Gialetti, almost lost sight of it as it continues to bounce around, almost back in front. Morrow got a piece of it as this one gets flipped out of harm's way. Close chances from both ends, but neither team is able to capitalize. Closing in on the final 6 minutes of play here in the opening frame. Let it cross, score! St. Anthony's strikes first. Matthew Dan, the Long Island Rebels product. St. Anthony's gets on the board first. Score! In the blink of an eye, it is 2-0 Friars. And once again, it's Matthew Den providing of St. Anthony's offense with the energy on net. Lethal wrister getting the best of Gialetti, and this time Gialetti recovers with a big pad stop on Dubner. St. Anthony's up 2-0 as the Friars got the start They wanted to have this game, and Kellen Calbert throws one player down to the ice with a big check. As Sachem attempts to reset and get themselves on the board. Trying to lean in and take a stab at the offensive chance was Christopher O'Shea. Calbert remaining on the ice after throwing the big hit in the neutral zone. Konkowski got it in front, almost connecting right there with Joseph Capiche in this case. Back the other way come the Friars. Anthony Scorsia couldn't lay that one across, and it's Thomas Konkowski who makes his way back in the zone, bursting in with a chance to save a rebound, and it just got pushed wide. And then Thomas Konkowski got laid down to the ice, rebound, run, score! Chaos all over the place, and it's Sachem finding the back of the net. Sixteenth goal of the season to match the amount of assists he's had through 17 games played by Christopher O'Shea. Sachem gets on the board, the lead gets cut in half, and we've got ourselves a hockey game brewing between these two top playoff contenders. Seeded second and third, respectively. As St. Anthony's is aiming to finish strong in their final game of the season with a massive victory over this Sachem squad. Morrow trying to play this one out of harm's way and skipped out of the zone. St. Anthony's covering up some ground again as this one gets played back towards Sachem's territory, trying to get an opportunity to go with Corey Bicker. Morrow lost sight of it, but his teammate did not. And here he comes. Ochivo right to the net. Almost, or Bovic in this case, almost succeeding right there as this one gets fired wide. Sachem working. Chance again denied. Rebound. Umschneider holds up and play is stopped with 3.5 to go in the first. And if you're keeping count of the goals scored by Matthew Dan this season, well, he's got 19, which puts him tied for the most alongside James Schendorf on this lethal Friars Gold squad. Here comes Dan right in the picture again for the hat trick. Denied. Rebound. The second attempt swallowed up in the glove of Gioletti. As I mentioned before, TJ Umschneider making his 10th start of the season, showing what he's made of in this game so far with a flurry of big stops against this high-powered Sachem squad, and he's trying to keep his impressive numbers intact, which include a .266 goals against average alongside a .790 save percentage. This one just misses the stick of Sachem's Nicholas McGuire. Monty trying to spike this one back to McGuire. There's McGuire trying to set something up in front. Backhand try, narrowly slips towards the goal, and it gets cleared out by the Friars. St. Anthony's sending this one back in. Dubner with the steal. Dubner in the corner boards, looking for an option. Dubner met by two Sachem players. Now he's got a third on his back. This one gets taken back by Sachem. Friars trying to maintain control of it in the zone as this one gets wrapped around the wall. Covering up some ground for Sachem, number 21, Joseph Capiche. And here comes the captain, Konkowski. Fights his way by one. Now he retreats as he couldn't find the lane to drive in. Calbert entering the picture again. O'Shea eluding one of the defenders. This one nearly got led back in front. Rebound, and it's popping all over the place. This one gets fired way out of the zone. I don't know if that was done by design or if that was a mistake right there by the Sachem player. St. Anthony's almost getting to the goal right there that time. This one gets almost led all the way onto the stick of Calbert. And here comes O'Shea. O'Shea, who's got the only goal by Sachem so far tonight, is trying to pick up another one. Or better yet, any one of these guys that's currently on the ice is looking to do the job at tying this thing up. Calbert roaring in with a chance, and he couldn't tuck that one home. St. Anthony's firing this one from distance, and Gioletti makes the stop. Alessandro Gioletti in net for Sachem tonight. And it is his team high 10th start of the season. So both him and Scott Globe share 10 starts each for Sachem this season. And not only do they share the amount of starts that they have made this year, they also share some pretty prestigious numbers in the goaltending, goals against average, save percentage categories. Gioletti coming into this matchup with a .203 average and a .409 save percentage. And this one nearly gets led in front right there by Sachem as we reach the final 30 seconds of play here in the first. Golden at the top, waiting for his opportunity. This one couldn't be cleared out and almost finds the back of the net, but it misfires that time as Sachem tries to rebound in the corner boards. Bobic tried to feed it across. Here's Morrow, hot off the bench. Konkowski. Sachem misfiring, and this game is heading to the second period with the Friars up 2-1. Head coaches Ralph Fortiano, Mark Sandback, along with representing the Friars, and John Rochester and Sachem will strategize for these next 30 seconds. During this brief intermission, and what it's been an exciting start to what has been anticipated as a thrilling matchup from beginning to end. And it shouldn't be a surprise when you look at the season series so far with these two squads, each picking up a victory in games which saw plenty of intense moments. October 4th saw the St. Anthony's Gold Squad getting the best of Sachem, winning 4-2, while on March 13th, it was Sachem who came in with a vengeance to get even with Mark Sandback's Gold Squad, and they did their part by winning 5-3. And by the way this game has gone so far, we could be seeing a third installment of a fantastic finish amongst these two squads. We begin the next 15 minutes of play with Sachem on the man advantage. Kukowski fended off there as Walsh gets it from the top. Fakes the drive, fires through traffic. Kukowski in the rebound, waiting to put it home on the doorstep. He was denied by Olmschneider. Sachem playing catch on the half wall. This one couldn't be floated across, and St. Anthony's comes up with it. They'll toss it in deeper for a clear. Sachem, back in they come. O'Shea drops it to Kukowski. Kukowski slamming on the brakes, feeds it across. Calbert drifting over, gets it onto the stick of O'Shea, who then returns it to Calbert. Those two play catch. Calbert almost connecting right there on the give and go setup from O'Shea. The captain, Kukowski, looking for an option. Got it to O'Shea, and O'Shea lost control of it right there. However, Sachem remains in the zone. Coming in to help, moving into a different location was Calbert. One player loses a piece of equipment. It's their mouth guard laying on the ice as Walsh sends that shot through a screen, rebound, and the jousting does not get the best of Olmschneider as TJ Olmschneider stands his ground. 27 seconds left on the penalty kill for St. Anthony's. This Sachem bunch has found plenty of success on the man advantage this season, counting for 15 goals this season. They're trying to make it a 16th here as that one just misfires for the captain. Or pardon me, that was Bovich. Captain back on the bench. Went front, score! Wow! Morrow, Sachem ties it on the man advantage. With just 3 seconds to spare, Michael Morrow provides Sachem with their sweet 16th power play goal of the season. And most importantly, it ties the game up at 2-2. And here comes Bovich, trying to break the tie here. Attempting to navigate his way through pressure, and we get a penalty or an offside signaled here with the official raising his arm up in the air. We saw one Friars player go down, and it looks like all signs are pointing to a penalty, and it's for high sticking. So just after Sachem knotted things up on the power play with just 3 seconds left on the clock, for the 5-on-4, they find themselves in the box, which gives St. Anthony's a chance to reclaim the lead with a big opportunity here in the early moments of the second. St. Anthony's, on the other hand, find themselves on the cusp of registering double-digit numbers in the power play goal department. They currently hold 9. And here's a chance, and it's stopped by Olmschneider, and he holds up play. It's worth noting, the power play goal by Michael Morrow for Sachem's 16th power play goal of the season now puts him tied alongside Kings Park Comac for the most goals, for the most power play goals in the JV division. And we'll see if that number gets broken tonight. With still a lot of time for Sachem to force St. Anthony's to commit a penalty. But right now it's the Friars who are trying to handle business here on the man advantage. Here comes St. Anthony's back in the zone. Schendorf fed it across. And that chance just couldn't connect that time for Dan. Dan in pursuit of a mighty hat trick, as he currently has registered for the only 2 goals by St. Anthony's. Side kick save and a beauty by Alessandro Gioletti. Taking this one for an adventure, trying to set something up is Esprimonti. Wraparound try, and it nearly squeaks by Gioletti on that latest scoring attempt by Esprimonti. Esprimonti left in, score! A ripper by James Esprimonti, and the Friars reclaim the lead. Just after Michael Morrow picked up his 9th goal of the season on the power play for his 2nd power play goal of the season, St. Anthony's answers back with a special teams goal of their own, courtesy of James Esprimonti, who picks up his 11th of the season, and most importantly, it's his team high 3rd on the power play this year. Tie up in front, another chance for the Friars, denied that time by Gioletti. This one is popped fully out of the zone, now the race is on. Calbert gets there first, he gets tripped up, gets a chance despite falling to his stomach as he drew the penalty and almost scored a miraculous goal in the process. And here's another look. So St. Anthony's returns to the penalty kill, giving Sachem a golden opportunity to take over for the most power play goals in the JV division this season with 17. As if the Friars don't have anything to do with killing off this power play successfully, and almost that one got stuffed home on the backhand by Golden. Olmschneider stands tall. Played off the wall. This one gets spiked back in front. Morrow on the turnaround chance got denied off the block, courtesy of the skate of number 5, Alexander Aiken. Nice work right there by Bobic. He tries to play it in front to no avail. Coming in to help, racing into a new location was Morrow. Sachem closing in towards the side of the goal as Golden is able to get it to Bobic, but Bobic has trouble in the corner boards. Bobic fanned on the attempt, and this results in a turnover with St. Anthony's dumping this one down for a big clear. St. Anthony's trying to fight their way to a scoring chance on the penalty kill. And they're doing their part at keeping Sachem at bay as they hound the zone. Under a minute left to go on the penalty for St. Anthony's, as Sachem finds themselves with only 40 seconds to capitalize on the man advantage. Golden tied up as he couldn't succeed right there. Out of the zone it goes, another clear made by the St. Anthony's Friars Gold squad. They go for a line change. Sachem elects to keep the same reinforcements that they've used so far in this power play, and icing is called there. Jack Dubner will take the draw against O'Shea. This one Gets popped around the wall. Calbert closes the gap and gets to it. Calbert switching gears. Trying to motor in unhinged. Couldn't pop that one across cleanly, and this should do it for the rest of the power play time by Sachem as St. Anthony's kills off this Sachem power play successfully compared to the last time around. Calbert, 5-on-5, feeds it across, and that one nearly connects for O'Shea. St. Anthony's is able to stave off Sachem that time. The game of inches continues. This one gets fired ahead, but it couldn't be handled cleanly off the skate of Calbert. St. Anthony's attempting to reset cleanly. Mancini couldn't pop that one out of harm's way. O'Shea nearly makes a clean keep, but it's St. Anthony's who finds the zone once again. Mancini met with a defensive play by Walsh, and here comes the hard-charging captain, Thomas Konkowski, dangling through his legs. Konkowski feeds it across. Couldn't connect, rebound, score! Beautiful! And we're tied again. Nothing but net for Christopher O'Shea, who picks up, or Christopher O'Shea. A whistle blown here for offsides. Nothing but net for Christopher O'Hay. Have to make an important correction right there with the last name pronunciation. And he now has 17 goals this season, courtesy of the pair that he has registered here tonight against the St. Anthony's Gold Squad, which has made it a 3-3 hockey game. Thomas Konkowski adds another point to his miraculous JV season resume with that assist. Backhand try! Oh man! A stupendous pad save by TJ Olmschneider. Here comes Aspromonte trying to answer the call as St. Anthony's is back on the man advantage. Dan. Both teams continuing to trade goals and trading power play opportunities as everything has come into full effect here tonight on this April 3rd of 2022. Back at the point, another chance. Pardon me, this is April 4th of 2022, but still, it's early days of April. But tell that to these two squads, because for them, April is go time. Morrow couldn't get a hold of it as Aspromonte keeps on going in the zone. Aspromonte gets it taken away by Sachem and comes up with the clear. And there's too many men being signaled, or didn't get signaled. But the referees here in the stands obviously pointed that one out. 2-on-1 chance, shorthanded, denied, rebound, score! Colin Calbert breaks the tie, 4-3.
Yeah.
And it comes with 22 seconds to go on the penalty kill for Sachem and for Calbert. Most importantly, it's his 31st goal of the season, which puts him a little bit closer to Thomas Konkowski's team high 36. However, he still has a major opportunity of eclipsing Konkowski for the most points registered by a Sachem player this season. Konkowski with the assist has 59 points, while Calbera on that goal, it's his 57th point. Konkowski almost set that one up in front. Sachem on top here. Drive across, and that may have gotten a piece of Olmschneider, who slid across to make the stop. Nice play, gotta go score! Another magical setup by Sachem is finished off beautifully by the captain. That is now 60 points. Yes, you heard me. 60 points in 19 games played for the mighty Thomas Konkowski of the Sachem JV squad. This one gets feathered out of the zone. St. Anthony's Friars covering up some grounds with 4.5 to go. They find themselves in a disadvantage, facing a 2-goal deficit. 5-3 to score. Dan. Aspromonte. Save. Giuletti. Rebound. Loose to the crease. Oh my, it stays out. And icing is called. Alessandro Giuletti made the initial stop, and then the rebound almost resulting in friendly fire for Sachem, as it nearly got put in by one of the Sachem defenders, and then it may have been stopped on the second chance by that same Sachem defender. Giuletti makes the save right there, as Sachem is able to pop this one freely out of the zone. The chase is on. Trying to get there with his muscle is McGuire. Sachem, another steal, another play, and another save is made by Olmschneider. This one gets ripped around the boards. Trying to get there for Sachem, and met heavily into the wall right there was number 95, Blackston. Mancini, or Dubner in this case, put it on the brakes, trying to get one on net. Mancini positioned at the top. Sachem having trouble maneuvering out of the zone, and play is stopped. We'll see for the reason why the whistle was blown. It appears it was because of offsides.
Hand pass.
So we remain even on the playing side of things, while Sachem leads by 2. St. Anthony's doing everything in their can, doing everything they can to cut the deficit to 1. Fortunately for them, they still have all the time they need in the world to change the narrative, and that one almost got spiked home that time on the turning shot by Dubner. Aiken tried to play that one ahead, and he was able to get it to Dubner. Dubner losing an edge and almost getting a shot off as he corralled it nearly on his forehand while facing horizontally on the ice. Here comes Sachem back in the zone, drop back pass. Morrow couldn't connect. And St. Anthony's Gold has the puck again. Motoring back in the zone, Scorsia. Watch out! Crushed in the corner boards. Hitting-wise, it's been pretty tame, despite some physical parts being taken place. Sachem almost closing in on another golden opportunity, courtesy of a man who's got a last name that many people would desire to have. Tomkowski back on the ice after picking up his 37th goal of the season. Tomkowski in a tie-up, and this results in a turnover with Matthew Dan taking off in the zone again, or pardon me, this Espromonte trying to weave his way to a goal, and he's met hard in the boards by Christopher O'Hay. And luckily for James Espromonte, it doesn't appear that he was damaged heavily. And he'll remain in the game. He'll shake that one off as O'Hay heads to the box. This is going to be a lot of time being lost here for O'Hay, courtesy of that physical sequence. There you saw the referee signaling another player from the Sachem bench has to sit the initial 2-minute call on behalf of O'Hay, who will remain in the penalty box for the better part of the third period. O'Hay hit with a 2-10 as this one is worked in the zone by the Friars. Mancini at the top. Got it in front. Chance Dubner in the slot. Denied. Point blank range from Gioletti. Jack Dubner waiting in the face-off draw, looking to win it back. This one canceled out right there by Mancini. Mancini firing as he closed in. Rebound, score! 5-4, Friars close the gap on the power play goal. A rather quick and fiery power play comes to a close for St. Anthony's Gold, courtesy of the goal by Jack Mancini. Sachem now leads by 1 again, with St. Anthony's motivated more than ever to send this game to new heights. Chance from the top, blocked in front. Sachem pushing back the other way. The race is on, half a minute to go. Golden almost dancing his way by the defender, and this results in St. Anthony's nearly getting back into familiar territory. Almost took it away from Sachem right there as it's relinquished back into the hands of the Friars. Lucas Miller having trouble fending off his opponent. The pressure was given to him by Golden. This will do it for the rest of time here in the second. This one gets spiked into the end boards. We go to the third period. A frantic finish may be coming very soon. 5-4 the score, Sachem on top. Out of all the games we've seen these two teams play against each other, this one, no doubt, by all means, has been the best one on paper. 9 combined goals through 2 periods of play, with a handful of them coming from the power play on each end. Now we await the winner when the story reaches a climax in the next 15 minutes. Sachem trying to remain on top, as they have now found themselves with pressure on their shoulders, with St. Anthony's scoring on the man advantage, courtesy of Mancini, back in the later moments of the second. For Jack Mancini, in his 18th game of the year, it's his 12th goal of the season. Another chance developing here, almost connecting for Sachem. That time was Calvert on the flip feed attempt by Konkowski. Calvert trying to work his way to another goal, as St. Anthony's is able to push this one back in Sachem's territory. Dubner leaning in to try to take charge, couldn't get a handle of it cleanly. Calvert seeing what's up ahead, looking for a lane to drive through. Here comes Calvert, entering the zone, but he lost control of it, and this is Walsh trying to reset cleanly. He plays this one off the wall, trying to twist it to his intended target. And here come the Friars. Chance denied. Rebound, Schendorf. Friars remain close to the net, as they are inches away from tying this thing up, and they almost did right there. Konkowski calling for the feed. He's got the possession, but offsides is signaled. There won't be any arguments there. Both teams with a fully healthy lineup intact, just by clear evidence of the amount of players that currently represent each school on their respective benches. Chance in front, a pile-up almost ensuing right there in the crease as the puck remains in the zone. Mancini, and that one nearly gets redirected home, but it bounced wide off his stick. And here's another chance. Aiken, rebound, almost got deflected home, as that was Schendorf nearly corralling that one on his forehand after it deflected off the toe of his blade. Schendorf trying to close in. Schendorf back in front. Big save made by Alessandro Gialetti. Rebound, a tie up again. Schendorf trying to work it free, and it's spiked out by Sachem, who are attempting to stay in the lead. Sachem, Capiche, right there. This one gets flipped out of harm's way from Curry, as Morrow gets a hold of it again. Michael Morrow takes a hit right there from Dubner, as Morrow gets it back again. He's able to knife this one back in the zone, but it's handled on the stick of Mancini for St. Anthony's Gold. Morrow leans in to make the pickpocket play. Michael Morrow to the net! Big save again, this time on the other end by Olmschneider. Michael Morrow saying he wants to get in on the 2-goal action as he comes close to picking up his second of the night right there, to no avail. Back to try to keep it under his control was Broom. This one gets sent around the wall, and now a possible chance. Golden, offside's not signaled. Golden's in the net. Oh, he rang it off the post. A golden opportunity for Golden. And the results could not be met. Another chance, Bovic, and this one just misses by inches. Walsh nearly makes the keep with the kicking skate as Calbert dishes it over, gets the feed back. Calbert taking his time behind the goal. Now he's going to switch gears. Calbert slips by 3 defenders, makes his way in the zone with Konkowski. Konkowski tried the feather in front. That one got canceled out. Sachem gets it back on the clear by St. Anthony's. McGuire backpedaling, swings it across to Walsh. Walsh looking for an option, tosses this one off the glass. Konkowski patrolling. Konkowski motoring in the zone. Konkowski with a chance. Almost squeaked that one on net successfully. Went out of the zone. Here's Dan with 2 goals under his belt. Dan tried to twist his way free. This one sent across. Dan almost connected right there on the far wing. Dan with a dangle. Dan. Espermonte. Dan back in front. Denied. Rebound. And now we have a scrum. As St. Anthony's inches from the equalizer. Alessandro Gioletti making yet another crazy stop with the Friars right there on the doorstep. He has stopped every one of those Friars shots except for tonight. He's trying to stave off the Friars. Get score! Tied game! Hat trick! Matthew Dan! We had a feeling he was going to make an impact late in this game, and he does in an emphatic way. Matthew Dan completes the hat trick, and most importantly, ties this game up at 5. What a game this has been. The 3rd installment of the Sachem St. Anthony's Gold Series in the 2021-2022 season has been nothing but spectacular. St. Anthony's off to the races again. Here comes Jack Mancini with speed, denied by Gioletti, and play is stopped. Almost the tiebreaker right there by Mancini. He's got 1 goal tonight. Matthew Dan with a hat trick and an assist. Right now it's on our score sheet in front of us. It's currently being addressed as a hat trick for James Schendorf, but that is not the case as Matthew Dan picks up the goal. Schendorf breaking free, gets to it. Schendorf, tight chance with no room, practically gets denied by Gioletti. Miller Lost this one in deep. Walsh on the back end, trying to escape from the clenches of the Friars. Trying to get away from Dan, and he got muscled into the partition of the penalty box glass. And now Sachem controls it again with 8 minutes left in this game approaching. Here they come, Dan, back in front! Save made by Gioletti in tight. Feather the cross, oh, nearly got intercepted right there by Miller. It gets floated out again. Golden trying to steal it back as Sachem gets a hold of it once more. Morrow floats this one in deep again. St. Anthony's gets it back once more. Relinquished back to Sachem. Golden not there to grab it. Now he has to try to pinch in there and do his part, but it's St. Anthony's and Sachem continuing to have close battles. Konkowski looking to send this place into pandemonium with another goal. Centering try. Couldn't connect that time. And this should be an icing. Walsh makes the keep for a moment, and he's going to pop it back in deep after the Friars were able to force it out momentarily. St. Anthony's trying to reset without making any mistakes here. This one gets feathered ahead, but it couldn't be connected onto the stick of Dubner. Here's Calbert, back the other way with Konkowski. Konkowski eluding two defenders. Konkowski firing, save made by Olmschneider. Penalty called here. Sachem is heading to the box. Hooking signaled by the head official. St. Anthony's Gold back on the man advantage. Waxton will sit for 2. 6.5 remaining. Out of the zone it goes for the first clear right off the bat by Sachem. Aspermont, or Dan in this case. Dan circling. He's got Aspermonti awaiting in the dot as this one gets cleared out by Sachem, with the Friars not able to execute right there. Bovic trying to trek back into the zone. Bovic couldn't wheel and deal his way to an offensive opportunity. Here's Monty trying to do that for Sachem instead. Aspermonti closing into the net, and he's fended off by Sachem. Bovic taking aim in the Friar zone as this one gets stolen away once again by St. Anthony's. Nice play. Aspermonti scores! Tied no more. The Friars are back on top. 6-5, St. Anthony's Gold. James Aspromonte. Kankowski, the answer back, score! The captain! Just like that! We're tied again. Number 38 for Thomas Kankowski, and it couldn't have been done in a more bigger way. 5 minutes to go. Kankowski with 2 goals under his belt tonight to match up against James Aspromonte's pair of goals. Now we'll wait to see if he can match Matthew Dan's hat-trick trend. This one gets spiked on net, and the save is made by Obschneider, who holds up. This was the game we were hoping to have back on Saturday between Sachem Braves and the Patchogue Medford Raiders for that tie-breaking 8th and final playoff spot. Walsh gathers it again. Walsh has pressure coming from Dan as this one gets sent over. This one nearly gets coughed up as Sachem covers up some ground to try to get a hold of it again. Schendorf couldn't steal it cleanly as this one gets wheeled back in by the Friars with under 5 minutes to go, and more time on the clock begins to dwindle down as we reach the final 4 minutes of play here in the third period. With overtime possibly awaiting on the horizon. With overtime possibly awaiting above the horizon. These two teams not giving a single inch to each other when it comes to the goal scoring front. Morrow sends this one in deep. Friars covering up some ground again. Try to keep Sachem at bay. Dan, possible 4-5 on one possible here. That's if Sachem can race back. Dan got it in front, and it couldn't be connected right there by Mancini. Almost got led back out in the slot. Clearing attempt phase. Dan just misfiring there. May have gotten help off a redirecting Sachem stick. Dan, another chance. Got it across. Aspromonte trying to escape from the clutches of Sachem, and he got smashed right there by Morrow. Morrow. And we get a stoppage. We'll wait to see what the ruling is. It's a penalty. There is a lot of pent-up frustration being shown by Sachem's head coach, Ralph Cortiano. And it's not only Cortiano who is displeased with the call, as we have a handful of officials here in the stands. And a timeout is called, and this game has reached its boiling point when it comes to the ill-filled emotions towards the officials from the Sachem stands. The men in stripes would have none of that. So respect to them for standing their ground and doing their part at ejecting the member from the Sachem stands who disagreed with the call. As yes, there are going to be some things that both teams are not going to like, but That's just hockey. Some things are going to be let go, and some things may not be called down the middle. This will give St. Anthony's a monumental power play opportunity with just under 3 minutes to go here in regulation. The Friars trying to stamp their mark on the JV season. Almost! That one slipped through the net with James Schendorf nearly squirting that one. Here's Thomas Konkowski bursting in. Penalty kill opportunity, back in front! And the save is made by TJ Olmschneider. What a setup by Thomas Konkowski as Olmschneider was able to fend off Sachem right there. It was almost put home beautifully by Calbert. And Calbert will enter the face-off draw. Turnover here. St. Anthony's back in the zone, roaring in with a chance. Coming back to cancel that opportunity was Konkowski. Calbert gets by one. Calbert racing in, trying to dance his way to a goal. And Colin Calbert, in this case, knocked down one of the Friars defenders as he was entering the zone. Drive from the point. Aiken, rebound, almost loose as Gioletti nearly found himself in a vulnerable position. Thomas Konkowski left in front. Thomas Konkowski can't dangle his way past the defense that time. More precious time on the clock beginning to run out for the Friars on the power play. Chance in front, and a big save is made by Gioletti, which receives a loud ovation from the stands on the Sachem side. 1:42 to go. Tied up at 6. 12 goals in total between the two squads, and we get another timeout called here. This time it will be Sachem who makes the late game coaching strategy. There are two things that needs to be noted. The two teams have played close games right down to the wire, except the only thing here tonight that we're not witnessing is an empty net from either side, but the game tied up at 6-all. St. Anthony's almost coming up with the offensive opportunity. Here comes Konkowski, dangling his way in, trying to capitalize and get his team back in front. Konkowski. And now we have a penalty being signaled here. Gioletti off to the bench. 6-on-5 for now, and it will become a 5-on-4 for a hooking infraction being signaled by the official, Jack Dubner. Heading back to the bench while the penalty will be set by the man that committed the infraction, Anthony Scorsia. I should correct myself, as this will be a 4-on-4 opportunity for the next 10 seconds or so. Mancini racing in, almost sliding over as he nearly corralled it on his forehand, trying to tuck that one home. Nice dangle. Dan got it across. A score! Friars 7-6. Matthew Dirty Dan And there is still power play time on the side for Sachem. They have a minute and a half to extend this game on the power play front, while time continues to wind down ever so slightly in the game itself. Half a minute to go. Matthew Dan picking up his 4th goal of the game. Konkowski fires, save made by Olmschneider, and play is halted. There is 1:11 left of power play time remaining on the clock for Sachem, but realistically, they have 22 seconds to get the job done. Konkowski nearly led that one out in front. Golden. Sachem running out of time, 10 seconds to go. A scramble at the side of the net. Golden can't get the trigger pull to go. It's cleared out. An epic battle comes to a thrilling conclusion with the St. Anthony's Friars Gold Squad and Mark Sandback beating Sachem 7-6 and 2-1 in the season series. There's your player of the game right there, no doubt. The Long Island Rebels product, Matthew Dan, leaving his mark in an unbelievable way. Entering this contest, he had 17 goals in 17 games played. Well, here tonight, he perhaps may have possibly had the game of his life, collecting 4 goals, moving to a new list in the St. Anthony's offensive departments, standing on top, standing alone with the most goals by a Friars Gold Squad player with 21 goals this season. That was an unforgettable battle from beginning to end. And what a way for the season series to finish out. Unbelievable. Simply marvelous. An indelible impression has been left by both of these squads, who could possibly meet each other once again in the late stages of the JV playoffs when that gets underway next week. But for now, we're going to say so long. Good night. This is Mike Calandra signing off. I'm still here with Vinny Matula for the rest of the games that are taking place here tonight. I will be embarking on a short journey down to Myrtle Beach, so I will not be around this weekend, but I will be returning next Wednesday for the second round of the JV playoffs. So for now, have an awesome rest of the week. Enjoy the games, the festivities, and I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, very soon. Good night. Thank you all. Goodbye.